Next week sees the return of The Voice Kids, where a host of young singers will take to the stage in hopes of winning a cash prize towards their music education and a trip to Orlando, Florida.
They'll have to impress the coaching panel first, though, including new coach Paloma Faith.
So good, and Paloma and Danny join us now. Good morning to both of you. It's great to talk to you. Paloma, you said it there then. They're better than the adults. That's what makes it so good.
I know, it's astounding. It makes us all feel like we should just give up. And I think Ken confirmed that for me, because he doesn't know who I am.
That was just one of those fantastic moments. Danny, are they? Is it because, do you think, the kids have less nerves because they're younger, they just go for it?
Yeah, they have this fearlessness that is completely unscarred, and they just go for it. And they're up there for the right reasons, complete love of music, and we get to experience that at its first stage. And I think that's why it's special, because they don't have any bad habits. They're just going up there just thinking, yeah, I think I can sing. And we're going, oh, no, you can. You're amazing. And you're only 7 and you're really small.
No, it's so impressive. And Paloma, you wanted to work with kids, actually.
Yeah, so when I was younger, it wasn't until my 3rd album, I don't think, that my mum stopped trying to persuade me to do a PGCE and teach kids, because she kept saying, oh, so your career choice is just so unreliable and you should just be a teacher because you get the same holidays as your own kids and stuff. And this was just like a perfect segue, because I used to volunteer with kids all the time, and now this is like, I don't know, it's my dream job, I think. Yeah. It's definitely the best, no offence, you two, but it's definitely the best TV experience I've ever had.
Yeah.
Is it true? Is it because your mum wanted you to get into the teaching profession and only stopped trying to persuade you after you released your 3rd album?
Yeah, that's
Thanks,
true.
Mum.
But she's happy with it now. She's happy with where you've gone now.
Well, she's just pleased that I'm doing something with kids. She's like, finally.
And Danny, you are reigning champion at the moment, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, it feels good. It's amazing, because obviously Pixie's won it twice in a row now. And you tend to, like, second think yourself. You're like, do I need a big singer to get the attention here? And Sam winning it last year was amazing for me, having, like, a Bob Dylan guitarist guy who sung his own song in the final, and it solidified that I'm doing okay. I still kind of know what I'm doing.
And having it's Cooper, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cooper, yeah.
So having had Cooper, do you think that gives you a little bit more understanding of the kids?
Yeah, totally. I feel like it, especially on an emotional level, and you see the parents stood on the side, and the nerves that they must go through, but also the pride as well. They must be so proud to see, and the families on the side, it's so amazing to see the support, and it does get to me. It does get to me more. Like there's a lot of smiles, but there's a lot of holding back the tears as well. And you know, when you get a really sore throat and you're like, oh my God, this is such an amazing moment. So you do feel proud.
I think we're quite an emotional panel, aren't we? We're like, all 4 of us are just very easily, we're all well up, but we're like, oh, all the time.
One of my favourite bits about The Voice is when the coaches all perform together. And I know you actually got to do that on stage together, but during lockdown, obviously, that's not been possible. And you have managed to do it, though, haven't you? How did that work, Paloma?
Well, Danny's a bit of a G, so he's already been doing it for the whole of lockdown with lots of people. And then they were like, oh, he said he'd do one with you guys. So we just had to, he's basically the author of it. And then we just had to sprinkle a bit of ourselves into it. And then Danny arranged it all. So thanks, Danny.
You have been busy, haven't you, in lockdown musically, Danny?
Yeah, it's been really creative, actually. I think it's good for us musicians in terms of just having no pressure to have any deadlines and just lock yourself away in a room and work on music. And, you know, all these, I called them social distance sings came about, you know, and we did one with the boys, which was all funds went to the NHS. And then from that, I did one with just friends of the industry, you know, ended up doing one with Niall, James Arthur and Ollie Murs, and then Robbie Williams and Chris Kamara, and now the Voice Kids one. So it went off. It was amazing. And obviously we've, as a band, have managed to do an album, which is amazing.
Yeah, well, I was going to say that. Yeah, I mean, am I right? The first time in a decade that McFly are signed a record deal.
Yeah!
I know! That's amazing. That's so exciting. I mean, I love you guys.
Oh, thanks, Ali. Thank you so much. It does feel really, really, really exciting for us. And, you know, I can't wait to speak about it with all of my boys and my brothers next to me. There we are. Look at us.
I know.
And Paloma, you also, you say you've been treating lockdown like it was normal. You've been working just as hard.
Yeah, so I can't believe that in my 11 or 12 years in the public eye, I've never learnt how to produce music. So it sort of forced me to do that, and I rented some equipment and learnt how to use Logic, which is like the program some people use to produce. It's the easier one. And I just sort of taught myself how to use it. And a lot of people sent me music, and I wrote songs with them, like just batting backwards and forwards, probably similar to how Danny did it with the band. You just sort of send bits and you go back and you change stuff. And then I basically ended up writing and recording a whole album in lockdown.
Wow.
And my record company were like saying, like my main A&R person was like, what have you done to your voice? Because it's so good. And I was like, no, basically just no one's there looking at me. And I feel like when you're just on your own in like what I'm calling like my little cave that I've built downstairs, you feel completely like uninhibited and you just like let rip. And the vocals that I've recorded are quite big. And I'm even shocked that it's me. I'm like, is that me? I think I've got like a good engineer. I keep calling him saying, what are you doing to it? Because it sounds better than I thought I could sound.
Oh, I can't wait to
can't wait.
hear
I
it.
think they're tweaking it.
Yeah.
So good. Well, listen, what we are here talking about, of course, is The Voice Kids. We need a bit of new telly, so we're very excited to have it back. It's tomorrow at 7:25 on ITV. Thank you very much. Lovely
We
to see
can't
you.
wait for you to see the kids. They're
Yeah,
so
looking
amazing.
really looking forward to it. Just one final question, Danny. What
Yes.
the hell is that behind you?
What? This?
Yeah.
Oh, so I have a studio. It's just like sound absorption. Absorption? Absorption? Is that how you say it?
Ah.
Yes.
I thought it was
But,
that thing on Word that you click on that makes your writing kind of centre down the page.
Yeah, no, I'm in my studio, so I've got like guitars and stuff to inspire me, like a Brit Award around. And
Oh,
like,
of course you have.
Oh, nice.
That's hilarious.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, Danny, take care.
See you later.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye.